Hi, welcome to this episode of California Living. I'm Lisa Keating, and I'm here today at the River Rock Lounge, located inside the Sportsman's Lodge Events Center. I am with Liz Pryor, who is a published author. She wrote the book, What Did I Do Wrong? About female friendships. If you haven't read it, you should. And she is the Good Morning America advice guru. Liz, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome
Thanks for having me.
You are just finishing up your contract with Good Morning America, yes?
I basically, they call me their life advice guru. I'm sort of like a Dear Abby on television / Jon Stewart a little bit. Basically, I just...
basically, you're you.
I'm basically me. Yeah, I sort of help people through daily life and sometimes bigger than daily life issues. So what happened was, I wrote a book.
Yes.
And I did it sort of burning the midnight oil when I was married with 3 very young children, like Kool-Aid and Gatorade all over everything. A couple years later, I ended up getting divorced. So there I was, this single mom trying to figure out now how am I going to continue this lifestyle. Basically, divorce should be in Webster's dictionary. Divorce equals reduction in lifestyle because you suddenly have 2 households. So I had to figure out a way to pick up myself by my bootstraps, and I wasn't going to sit down and die on it. I wanted to bring meaning and keep the cohesiveness into the family. So a friend of mine sends me an email and she says, hey, do you watch Good Morning America? I say, sometimes. And she said, well, click on this link because they're looking for you. And Good Morning America had this ginormous, national search for what they called sort of a modern day Dear Abby for television. And I'm looking through it and I'm like, well, me and a billion other people. So I'm reading, but
but you've got a published book.
It said you needed to be able to write, you needed to be able to, it would help if you had camera experience.
Which you did.
Do you give advice? And I was thinking, like, honestly, how many people could have all of those ingredients in that recipe? So without telling anybody, including my agents, I filled out this thing, I answered 5 questions, I gave my picture, I gave them the reason why I thought I should do it, and a couple months later I got a phone call that said, it's narrowed down from 15,000 people to 500. And I went, that's not that good. But thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Then became this 4-month intensive on-air writing articles against one another, up against best-selling authors, shrinks, life coaches, down to 20, down to 15. My family was like, what is going on? And I'm like, I don't know. I never even won a bingo.
But I have to tell you, when I first became aware of the whole situation, I was like, oh, it's her. It's her. No, I didn't have a doubt in my mind.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so who you are.
I know, it really is.
It really is.
I am so lucky. Here's honestly the biggest note about that experience. And in the end, of course, I won. I'm the guru. My daughter had to write
like a recommendation?
Essay.
Oh, okay.
For a scholarship thing.
Okay.
And I didn't read it, although I said, I'm a published author. I could edit that for you. No. What she wrote in her essay was this story. And she said a lot of things she never told me. I watched my mother's unwavering faith in herself. I watched her not compare herself to the competition. It taught me that anything you can do in life, you cannot let people say, that's not going to happen. I had a lot of dear friends say to me, oh God, Liz, this is going to be so hard. You're going to get down to 4 and then you're not going to get it and you're going to be embarrassed nationally. And of course me, Pollyanna, I was like, already beat out 15,000 people. It's a win, okay? So the message I think that it brought...
Which is true.
Yeah, I thought
Which is true, absolutely.
I mean, come on. So often with kids and raising children, we can tell them
tell, yeah.
But what to watch me walk through the process, I didn't cry, I tried not to stress out. I just gave it my best shot. I worked as hard as I could. And at the very end, they flew 4 of us to New York. We basically screen tested against each other each day of the week with Robin and George. And then you get, driven in a limo up to the president of, ABC and Disney, and which is my favorite part. I love doing a row. And I get in there, there's like 25 people, and the guy looks at me and he goes, all right, so if we give this guy the job, we know it. I mean, you're a single mom, you live in LA, what does it look like to you? Why should we give you this job? And I, completely unprepared for this, I looked him square in the eye and I said, because I can do it. I will be good at it. It is in my bones. And everybody was very quiet for a little bit. Yeah. And then we, talked, and would it be okay? But
it was one of those moments.
It was a real moment of of authenticity. Because I can do it. Now maybe other people can do it, but I'm telling you right now, I can do this and feel comfortable with it. And it really helped my children and I get to the next level where we feel secure and comfortable. Mommy's now getting paid to do what she loves doing. On top of it, I'm helping people. And of course, they're teenagers, so they're horrified. Don't ask my mom that question. I know she's the girl. Oh my God, please, Mom, don't talk in front of my friends. So, they keep me in check. And I think it floored my family a little bit. They're like, really? Number 5 out of 7 just happen to have the same color socks on over here is now giving advice for a living.
How you define success?
Me?
Yeah.
I would say success is knowing, believing, and really loving who you are.
I think that's a good one.
And I think it's a huge key to what everybody else interprets as success. You can only be as good out in the world and to the people around you as you are to yourself. And that is one of the big things that I've learned. It's one of my big messages. We all have a different definition of what's going to make us happy. But I can tell you for a fact that when you get further down the line in life, you begin to realize the things that really, really matter to you. And that's what I try and preach out.
Well, they always say when people are at the end of their life and they look back, the things that they regret are not spending more time with people.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not about all that other stuff that we
not
think.
The stuff that you accumulate.
Yeah.
Here you go, it's Mommy Dearest.
Thank you.
No wire hangers.
Exactly. That's right.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to taste this. This is a strategy for getting through the holidays.
This is number 1 strategy for getting through the holidays. Stress maxed. Hello with the Mommy Dearest.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
Kick.
it does have a kick. And you can see right there, it's got a chili in the top. Serrano pepper, right? What was that? Saint-Germain and simple syrup and
I've never
vodka.
tasted anything like that. It's
Me either.
Really good.
It is really good. If that doesn't take the edge off your holiday nerve.
Anybody who is watching this needs to know that they've got to start now so that they don't get so maxed that they don't. Here's what I worry, is that people get so stressed and so maxed, they miss the moment. I did this big thing for Samsung where I talked about going to sing for my child who I had never heard sing in front of the whole school. I was so busy and preoccupied, I missed it. I mean, literally was sitting there and my daughter was like, isn't he great? And I thought, oh my God, I've got to
Because you were
calm
so
down.
in your
Because I
head?
was so in my head and so about in the next moment, what didn't I do? What list didn't I, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So here we are. It's not Halloween yet. Make the lists. Make sure to realize that it's okay that you don't do everything.
So yes, so I would say make the list and then take 30% of the things off of the list.
Yeah, and start ahead. Don't be telling us, I'm so maxed, I'm gonna freak out because it's 3 days before Christmas and you haven't done anything.
Yeah, and don't wait till Thanksgiving to make homemade presents.
No, it's true.
I mean, we love them. We love homemade gifts, but start now.
If you're one of these people who pattern every year, freak out, don't enjoy yourself, and are so happy after New Year's, change your mind.
Yeah.
Decide to be the girl who lives it and lives it in the moment and has a good time and laughs when it messes up and is okay with a mess.
That's it for me today. I'm Lisa Keating with EncinoMom TV, and this has been a great chat with Liz Pryor. Please, if you have some questions for Liz, feel free to leave us a question, a comment below, because she's going to be back and we can take advantage of this unique brain and the great heart that lives inside this woman. So, and you can subscribe to our channel above if you would. We'd love that. We'll see you next time. That's it for me today. Bye. Cheers.
She's so good.
Oh, you're so good.
Cheers.
Happy holidays. You can leave a comment here below. You can subscribe to our channel. You can subscribe to our channel. Yeah.
You can subscribe to their channel.
One more time.
The drink has had no effect.